extra small berries. This is so funny. Oh, hi! Guys, this makes me how I just ate so much food.
Look! I'm a berry babe!
Berry babe!
You can't even see it.
Hi, Ellie's vlog camera! Love you!
So cute!
Okay, guys, pick. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I love this vibe.
Hi! So, I want to talk about this album because it came out 2 days ago, and I've been listening to it non-stop. Like, it's seriously all I've been listening to, and I want to talk about what it means to me, and this will be grief. This will be a grief journal. I used to get so upset about how much I was obsessed with Ariana Grande when I was growing up. I started listening to her religiously when My Everything came out, and I started following her from then on. And as I got older, I didn't hold the same obsession as I did, and I didn't idolize her as much as I used to, but I still really loved and appreciated her music because I grew up listening to it. I was so embarrassed, like eventually, like a few years ago, I was like, oh my god, I was so obsessed, I can't believe that. But now it is something I deeply appreciate because not a lot of people get to say that they grew up listening to an artist and growing with them. And I mean, a lot of people do, but my brother was saying that he doesn't have anyone that is my, like, he doesn't have his Ariana Grande, you know, like he didn't grow up with any artist or change with them and everything. And so that is already one reason that this album means a lot to me, because she has shaped me as a person and shaped my vocals, my vocal tone, everything. I wanted to talk about grief more on this channel because we live in such a grief avoidant society, and it's just so hard to open up about it. But every single person on this earth is going to lose somebody. It's inevitable, and you're going to be somebody that someone else is going to lose as well. And so we all feel grief. It's part of living, but it's so avoided, and it makes people feel neglected and isolated when they're going through deep grief. And so I just want to continue sharing it. Back to Ariana Grande. Me and my best friend Martz. Ariana was such a big base of our friendship. I love that music was such a big part of us, because now every time I get to listen to music that we listened to together or that I know she would have loved, like albums like this releasing of artists she loved, it connects me so much to her. Like I feel so connected to her. I'm gonna pause the music because Yes and just came on and it's not the vibe. I just am so grateful for that, for music, the fact that it can connect us to so many different things, to our emotions, to other people, to people who are not here anymore. Music can be interpreted in so many different ways. It's all about what you have experienced, what you have lived through, what you feel, and you can twist the song around to align with your life, and it's just so special. Like, I think that's why I loved Ariana so much, because I grew up wanting to be a singer. I try to picture myself not having that obsession, and I just kind of get sad because although it's silly, it was so special because it literally shaped me to be who I am now. When I go to concerts or when I listen to a new album of an artist she loved, or new music from an artist she loved or that we loved and listened together, it's the closest I get to being with her. And I think that is so special. I keep saying that, but it's so special that I get to experience that, because that is my kind of lifeline to her. Anyways, so I knew this would be intense. Like I said, as I got older, I stopped kind of idolizing Ariana because I realized she's literally a human being, and I feel weird idolizing people. Like, I love listening to their music, but I don't want to associate the person as much. I don't know how to explain it. But Positions, that was the first album where I wasn't super obsessed with Ariana, and it's just interesting to see the shift now from then to this album, from Positions to Eternal Sunshine, just because of the difference in experience in my life and in what has happened to me, I think has affected how I view this album so much. Yeah, so I knew when this album was announced that it would be really, I was not ready and not prepared, because already What Was I Made For by Billie kind of like, it destroyed me, but it was so good. It felt kind of nice because I felt like it was taking me back to who I was before, to the person who used to be obsessed with Ariana Grande and who would wait up till midnight to listen to her songs. So it kind of just took me back to then, and it also just made me feel so connected to Martz, and I think that's so beautiful that I get to experience that in grief, because it'll always make me so grateful for the artists that we listen to together, or because they get to give me that, and it's so special. And like, music, it has always been so impactful for me, but it's even more now. And yeah, so Eternal Sunshine, you can tell there's so much heart in this album. Imagine if we lived in a world without music, it'd be so sad. Because this is something that has helped me get through this immensely. Music has helped me get through literally the hardest periods in my life, including this one. So thank you for listening if you made it this far, and if anybody's watching this and you've lost someone, what is some music that makes you think of them? I don't know who this will reach, but I like to know that, or what connects you to them the most, even if it's not music. But for me, it's music. Literally anything, even songs that she didn't know that are just about grief as well, help me so much. But I feel so stagnant because this is all I'm thinking about. When stuff like this happens, it's kind of, to me, this is gonna sound dramatic, but to me, when music releases like this, literally releasing albums or music that from artists she loved, I don't know, it feels like as hard hitting as anniversaries or birthdays or celebrations do when she's not there. It's just so hard to move on with your day or move on with your week or your life when things like this happen, because it's kind of like a little bit of a regression. I hope this can help somebody, and I'm glad I get to share this. I wanted to talk about this on my Instagram, my little media journal, but I like making these journal entries. I feel like it's much more personal. I like having them for myself, but I also know it can reach people who might need it as well. So I'm gonna try to continue my day now. Yeah, I'm very, very grateful for music. Thank you for listening.